Very good morning to all of you. Today we will study grammar, chapter number 20, direct and indirect speech. Speaker words can be reported in two ways, direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech, that is exact words of speaker. For example, the teacher said to Rajesh, "You have a bright future." Indirect speech, what the speaker has said without using the exact words. The teacher told Rajesh that he had a bright future. In the English language, there are two ways of conveying what someone else has said. We can say direct or quoted speech and indirect or reported speech. Direct speech means quoting the exact words of the speaker is called the direct speech. For example, Raju said, "I am writing a letter now." Direct or quoted speech involves quoting the exact words uttered by the person within inverted commas or quotation marks. For example, Annie said, "I will be coming home tonight." Indirect speech or reporting speech. Reporting of what a speaker said without quoting his exact words is called indirect speech. For example, Raju said that he was writing a letter back. Indirect or reported speech, on the other hand, does not have to be within quotes or reported words. In fact, unless one is relaying the exact words spoken, one should never use quotation mark. For example, she said that she would be coming home that night. So, in indirect speech, if it is said, then it becomes said that, or said to will become told that. The pronoun that is not necessary. Indirect speech is accompanied by a reporting verb, signal phrase, or quotative frame. Whereas in indirect speech, it uses reporting verbs such as say, tell, said, talk, and speak. Direct speech, you will keep the verb tense the same in the quotation, whereas in indirect speech, normally you will change the verb tense when using indirect speech. Now, what changes did you notice? Omission of commas, use of that, change of pronoun. Let's see example. The inspector said, "I am glad to be with you today." This is in direct speech. If we want to make in indirect speech, we will say that the inspector said that he was glad to be with me that day. Second example, he said, "I am playing." In indirect speech, we can say that he said that he was playing. So now we will see the pronouns change in direct speech into indirect speech. When we use I in direct speech, then in indirect speech it will become he or she. We will become they. You will become he, she, or they. My will become his or her. Our will become their. Your will become his, her, or that. Me will become him or her. Us will become them. You will become him, her, them. Mine will become his or hers, and ours will become theirs. Yours will become his, hers, theirs. So let's see example. Indirect speech, if we use I, then in indirect speech it will become he or she. For example, he said, I like music. Here, he is telling. We are not telling. So, in the indirect speech, we can say that he said that he likes music. Here, he is subject, so we will use he instead of I. We will become they. For example, Mike and Tom, we play football. That is, Mike and Tom says that we play football. In indirect speech, we can say that Mike and Tom told me that they play football. You will become I, she, he, we, or they. For example, John says, can you see me? So, in reported speech, we will change this question sentence into statement. John asked me that if I could see him. They will remain they. She said they have invited us. She said that they had invited us. Have will become had. She will remain she. He said she works in an office. He said that she worked in an office. Here we have changed works into worked. He will remain he. They said he does not have the necessary qualification. They said that he did not have the necessary qualification. It will remain it. They said it is raining. In indirect speech, we can say that they said it was raining. Now, let's see the rules of tenses. In indirect speech, direct speech, if the sentence is in simple present tense, then in indirect speech, it will become simple past tense. We have to change the verb. The verb which is in present tense, we will change in past tense. Present continuous will change in past continuous. Present perfect will change in past perfect. Present perfect continuous will change in past perfect continuous. Simple past tense will change in past perfect. Past continuous will change in past perfect continuous. Past perfect will remain same. Past perfect, indirect speech, and it will remain same in indirect speech also. There is no change in past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. Future tense. Future will become would. Going to will become was or were going to. Can will become could. Must or have to will become had to. May or might will become might. Should or ought to will remain same. That is, it will remain should and ought to. So, now let's see the example. Simple present tense. I like ice cream. Here, like the verb like is in simple present tense. So it will change in simple past tense. He said that he liked ice cream. Present continuous. I am living in Paris. Here, am living denotes that it is in present continuous tense. So it will become, he said that he was living in Paris. So we said that present continuous will become past continuous. Past simple, simple past tense. I bought a car. So here we can say that he said that he bought a car. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense will change in past perfect continuous. I was walking along the street. Here it will change in he said that he had been walking along the street. Present perfect. If the verb is in present perfect tense, that is, I have not seen Mary. In indirect speech, it will become past perfect. He said that he had not seen Mary. Past perfect will remain same in direct and indirect speech. So, for example, I had taken Spanish lesson before. Here, in indirect speech, we can say that he said he had taken Spanish lessons before. Now, will become would. I will see you later. In indirect speech, we can say that he said he would see me later. Would will remain would. I would help but. So here, no change. He said that he would help but. Can will become could. I can speak perfect Spanish. In indirect speech, we can say that he said he could speak perfect Spanish. Could. I could swim when I was 4. In indirect speech, we can say that he said he could swim when he was 4. Should will remain should. I should call my mother. He said that he should call her mother. Might will become remain same. Might. I might be late. In indirect speech, we can say that he said he might be late. When when indirect speech, it is in reporting, command or request. At that time, said will change into commanded, ordered, requested, advised, etc. Let's see example. Open the door. This is indirect speech. In indirect speech, we can say that he ordered me to open the door. Here we are ordering. So we will write he ordered me. We will not say he said me. Don't answer the phone. She told me not to answer the phone. Don't be back late. He ordered me not to be late, not to be back late. Come with me. He told me to go with him. Don't lie to me. He told me not to lie to him. I think you should leave now. It's very late. She ordered us to leave as it was very late. Turn the music down. I am trying to get to sleep. He told us to turn the music down as he was trying to get to sleep. So here we have used infinitive to. Reporting question. Yes, no question. If the reporting verb plus if or whether plus subject plus verb. Order of reported question. Subject plus verb as in statement. No question marks. Okay? Question mark will remove from the sentence when we are changing question sentence into indirect speech. Are you working these days? He said. Here we get the answer in yes or no. So at that time we will use if or whether. He asked if I was working those days. Did you speak to John last night? She asked. She wanted to know if I had spoken to John the night before. Now let's see example. They said to me, did you go to school? So this is in question sentence. When we change it into indirect speech, it will remove the question words and we will write in simple statement. They asked me if I had gone to school. Let's see another example. Lucia, do you have a laptop? In indirect speech, we can say that. Lucia asked me if I had a laptop. Ask is reporting verb for question. You will change into I, that is, and have will change into had. We have changed here tense. If or whether for yes no question is used. Reporting question. Reporting verb we are using ask. Yes no question if or whether is used. For example, have you been here long? He said that if I had been there long. In WH question, the same word is used. For example, where do you come from? So in indirect speech, we will say that he asked me where I came from. We will write WH words same in indirect speech, but we will change the formation of the sentence. We will change in simple sentence. We will change question sentence into simple sentence. In reported question word, order change, that is subject plus verb. How are you? So when we are changing into indirect speech, we will say, he asked me how I was. Now, changes in time and place expression. When in direct speech the word now is used, it will replace by then, ago will replace by before, today will replace by that day, tomorrow will replace by the following day or the day after, yesterday will replace by the previous day or the day before, last week will replaced by the previous week or the week before, next week or month will replaced by the following week or following month, or we can say that the week or month after. In place, if the word year is used in direct speech, we will change it into there. This town, this garden will change into that town, that garden. These cities will change into those cities. Now let's see example. The children are playing outside now. So it will replaced by then. He said that children were playing outside then. Today will replaced by that day. I have got a piano lesson today. She said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Here will change into that. Put the box here. He told us to put the box there. This will become that. I shall be very busy this week. She said that she would be very busy that week. Tomorrow will change into the following day or next day or the day after. I will leave for New York tomorrow. She said that she would leave for New York the next day. Next week will change into following week. I have an appointment next week. Or in indirect speech, we can say that she said that she had an appointment the following week. Yesterday will change into the previous day or the day before. Our English teacher quizzed us yesterday. This is indirect speech. When we want to change into indirect speech, the yesterday will become the day before. They said that teacher, English teacher had quizzed them the day before. Last week will become the previous week or the week before. For example, we had an awful earthquake. In indirect speech, we can say that they told us that they had an awful earthquake the previous week. Ago will change into previously or before. The latter came a few days ago. In indirect speech, we can say that he said the latter had come a few days before. Tonight will change into that night. I'm going for a beer with Carl tonight. He said that he was going for beer with Carl that night. Direct speech of imperative sentence. A sentence which expresses command, request, advice or suggestion is called imperative sentence. Open the door, please help me, learn your lessons, etc. Change such sentences into indirect speech. The word ordered, requested, or advised, or suggested, or not to do is added to reporting verb depending upon nature of imperative sentence in reported speech. For example, he said to me, please help me. Here we are requesting, so we will say, he requested me to help him. She said to him, you should work hard for example. So here it is suggestion. So we will say that he suggested him to work hard for exam. They said to him, do not tell a lie. They said to him not to tell a lie. He said, open the door. Here we are ordering, so he ordered to open the door. The teacher said to students to not waste time. The teacher advised the students not to waste time. No change in tense in reported speech when the introductory verb is in the present perfect or future. For example, he says, I will come. In indirect speech, we can say that he said that he will come. In general truth or fact, Copernicus, the planets revolve around the sun. Copernicus stated that the planets revolve around the sun. Time close when it is in informal. For example, she said his parents died while he was still at school. In indirect speech, we can say that she said that his parents died while he was still at school. Second or third conditional. He said, if I won the lottery, I would travel around the world. So in simple, we will not change anything. We will just change pronoun. He said that he would travel around the world if he won the lottery. Subconjunctive. The children said, we wish we did not have to take exams. The children said that they wish they did not have to take exams. Report something immediately. What did the teacher say? So here we will change that. He says we should write our lessons carefully. Had better, could, would, used to, should, might, ought to, and mustn't remain unchanged. He said, and might rain today. He said that, and might rain today will become that day. So, children, I think you have understood this chapter well.